Steele Morrison's hands shook as he pulled the blood-stained photograph from the little girl's frozen fingers. Rain hammered his leather vest while she stared up at him with eyes that knew death was coming. "Don't cry. Look at me," she whispered. The exact words his own daughter had said 15 years ago, before she was ripped from his life forever. Behind them, her mother's breathing rattled in the crushed sedan. The sirens were still 10 minutes away. Too long. Steele had spent 2 decades running from the father he failed to be. Now, this 6-year-old stranger was about to force him to face the one thing that terrified him more than any gang war ever had: the chance to save a child when he couldn't save his own. Before we continue, please hit that subscribe button and stay with me until the very end of this story. Drop a comment telling me what city you're watching from. I want to see how far Emma and Steele's journey reaches across this country. Now, let's see what happened next. Steele's knees hit the mud beside the overturned Honda. The metal groaned, settling deeper into the ditch. Inside, a woman's head lolled against a deflated airbag, blood running from her temple in thin streams that mixed with rainwater. "Ma'am?" Steele's voice came out rougher than he intended. "Ma'am? Can you hear me?" Nothing. Just the girl's quiet sobbing behind him. He reached through the shattered driver's window, pressed 2 fingers against the woman's neck. Pulse. Weak. Thready. But there. His phone was already out, already dialing. 911, what's your emergency? Single vehicle accident. Highway 89, mile marker 47. Woman, 30s, unconscious, head trauma. There's a child. Sir, is the child injured? Steele turned. The little girl stood in the rain, her purple dress plastered to her thin frame. No shoes. Cuts on her feet, scratches on her arms. But standing. Breathing. She's mobile, responsive. He paused. Scared out of her mind. Ambulance is en route, approximately 12 minutes. Sir, can you... I'm staying. Steele hung up. He moved toward the girl slowly, the way he'd approach a wounded animal. She backed up 1 step, then another, clutching that photograph like it was oxygen itself. Hey, he said softly. Hey, it's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. Her lips moved. No sound came out. My name's Steele. What's yours? She blinked. Rain streamed down her face, or maybe tears, impossible to tell which. Your mama. Steele gestured toward the car. She's gonna need help, but I need to know your name first. Can you tell me your name? Emma. So quiet he almost missed it. Emma. That's real pretty. He crouched down, still keeping distance between them. Emma, I'm gonna go check on your mama again, okay? Make sure she's breathing good. You stay right there. He turned back to the wreck. The woman's breathing had gotten shallower. Bad sign. Steele had seen enough death to know when it was circling. Ma'am, help's coming. You hear me? You hold on. Her eyelids fluttered. Lips moved. Don't. A wet cough. Don't let them... Don't let who? What? Steele leaned closer. Emma. The woman's hand twitched, reaching for nothing. Don't cry. Look at me. The words hit Steele like a fist to the gut. 15 years dissolved in an instant. Different girl, different accident. Same desperate plea. Don't cry, Daddy. Look at me. Lily's voice, 8 years old, standing in family court while a judge gave her to a stepfather she'd never met. Steele had cried that day, the last time in 23 years, watching his little girl get swallowed by a system that said bikers couldn't be real fathers. Sir? Steele jerked back to the present. The woman's eyes had opened fully, focused on him with terrible clarity. Promise me." Her voice was stronger now, running on adrenaline and terror. "My daughter. Don't let Sarah—" Another cough, deeper, wetter. "Promise." "I promise." The words came out before Steele could think. "I'll keep her safe." The woman's face relaxed. Her hands dropped. Her eyes closed. "No." Steele grabbed her shoulder. "No, you stay awake, you hear me? Emma needs you. Stay awake." Nothing. Behind him, a small voice. "Mama?" Steele's chest tightened. He backed out of the car, turned to find Emma 3 steps closer than before. "Is Mama sleeping?" "She's— How do you tell a 6-year-old? She's resting. The ambulance is coming." "Mama said the ambulance comes when people are broken." Emma tilted her head. "Is Mama broken?" "Yeah, sweetheart. She's broken." "Can they fix her?" Steele had learned not to lie to children. They always knew. "I don't know." Emma's face crumpled. Fresh tears joined the rain. Steele watched her small body shake with sobs and felt something crack inside his chest, something that had been frozen solid for a decade and a half. He reached into his saddlebag without thinking, pulled out the thing he'd carried since 2009. Gray fabric, floppy ears, button eyes. Lily's rabbit, left behind at their last court-mandated visitation. He'd never been able to throw it away. "Here." He held it out. "This helps when you're scared." Emma's crying stopped. She stared at the stuffed animal like it was a ghost. "That's—" Her small hand reached out, touched one ear. "That's Mr. Hoppy." Steele's blood went cold. "What?" "Mr. Hoppy. He's my friend. But I lost him at the park last month." Emma took the rabbit, hugged it against her chest. "How did you find him?" Impossible. Different rabbit, had to be. But Emma was already talking to it, whispering secrets into its fabric ear, and Steele couldn't bring himself to take it back. Sirens cut through the rain. 2 ambulances, 1 police cruiser, a highway patrol car. They descended on the scene like locusts, all flashing lights and urgent voices. "Child first!" someone shouted. A paramedic, young, female, efficient, knelt beside Emma. "Hey there, sweetie. My name's Rachel. Can you tell me where it hurts?" Emma's eyes found Steele. She didn't answer. "Emma?" Rachel tried again. "Your feet are bleeding, honey. Let me look at them, okay?" Emma's grip on the rabbit tightened. She took a step backward, then another, until she bumped into Steele's legs. Her free hand grabbed his jeans. "Hey." Steele put a gentle hand on her shoulder. "Rachel's gonna help you. That's her job." "Don't leave." Emma's voice was barely audible. "I'm right here." "Promise?" That word again. Steele looked down at this tiny stranger who'd somehow wrapped herself around his dead heart in the span of 10 minutes. "I promise." Rachel worked quickly, checked Emma's pupils, her pulse, her breathing, cleaned the cuts on her feet, wrapped them in gauze. Through it all, Emma never let go of Steele's jeans. On the other side of the accident, the adult paramedics worked frantically. Steele heard the terms: punctured lung, internal bleeding, possible brain trauma. He heard the urgency in their voices. He'd heard that urgency before. It never ended well. "We need to transport now," someone called out. They loaded Emma's mother onto a stretcher. Emma saw, tried to run to her. Steele caught her around the waist. "Whoa, easy." "Mama," Emma thrashed. "Mama, wake up!" The woman on the stretcher didn't move. "Let them work, Emma. They're helping her." "But she's leaving. She's leaving without me." "You're gonna follow her, okay? Rachel's gonna take you in the other ambulance." "No!" Emma twisted in his arms. "You! I want you!" Rachel approached carefully. "Sir, we need to get her checked out at the hospital. Are you family?" "No." "Then I'm afraid, don't cry. Look at me." Everyone stopped. Emma had gone completely still in Steele's arms, staring at her mother's stretcher as it rolled toward the ambulance. "Don't cry. Look at me," she whispered again. "Don't cry. Look at me. Don't cry." "Emma?" Steele turned her gently. "Emma, look at me." Her eyes met his. Glassy. Distant. "I'm looking," she said. "Are you crying?" "No, baby. I'm not crying." "Good. Mama says angels don't cry. She says they're too strong." Steele's throat closed up. He managed to nod. A highway patrol officer, older, weathered, name tag reading Morrison, just like Steele's own last name, cleared his throat. "Sir, I'm gonna need you to step aside. Let the paramedics do their job." Steele met the officer's eyes, saw recognition there, saw judgment. "You know who I am," Steele said. "Not a question." "I know what you are." Officer Morrison's hand rested on his belt, near his gun. "Hell's Angels don't exactly blend in around here. I stopped to help. And we appreciate that. Now step aside." Steele looked down at Emma. She was shaking again, her small body vibrating like a plucked string. "She's terrified," he said. "She'll be fine once we get her to the hospital. Social services will meet us there." Social services? Steele's jaw tightened. "Foster care, you mean?" "That's the protocol for unaccompanied minors." Emma's hand gripped Steele's vest now, bunching the leather in her fist. Rachel knelt beside them again. "Sweetie, I need you to come with me now. We're going to make sure you're okay." "I want him." Emma's voice was small but firm. "I know, honey, but he can't come in the ambulance." "Then I'm not going." "Emma, I'm not going." Steele had seen this before. Trauma response, fight or flight. Emma had chosen neither. She'd chosen to freeze, to cling to the first safe thing she'd found. Him. She'd chosen him. "Listen," he said to Rachel. "Give me 5 minutes. Let me calm her down. Then I'll bring her to the hospital myself. I'll follow right behind you." Rachel hesitated. Officer Morrison stepped closer. "That's not happening," Morrison said. "We don't let convicted felons transport vulnerable children." "Convicted of what?" Steele's voice stayed level. "Misdemeanor possession from 2003? That what you're worried about?" "I'm worried about a 6-year-old girl who just lost her mother." "Lost her?" Steele's stomach dropped. "She's dead?" Morrison's face told him everything. Emma was still staring at the ambulance, still whispering that phrase. She hadn't registered the words, hadn't understood. "Don't cry, look at me. Don't cry, look at me. Don't cry, Emma." Steele crouched down, putting himself at her eye level. "Emma, stop." She didn't stop. "Emma, look at me." Her eyes focused on his face. For a moment she was present. "Your mama," Steele said slowly. "She fought real hard, you understand? She fought to stay with you. Is she okay now?" How do you tell a child this? How do you break a world in half? "No, baby. She's not okay." Emma's face didn't change. "She's broken?" "Yeah." "Can they fix her?" Steele's vision blurred. He blinked hard. "No, they can't." "Why not?" "Because sometimes people break in ways that can't be fixed. And that's..." His voice cracked. "That's not fair. That's not right. But that's how it is." Emma processed this. Her small face went through a dozen expressions: confusion, denial, understanding, devastation. Then she started screaming. Not words, just sound. Pure grief torn from a tiny body. Steele pulled her against his chest, felt her fists pound his shoulders, felt her tears soak through his shirt. Rachel tried to intervene, but Steele waved her off. "Let her get it out," he said. Emma screamed until her voice went hoarse, screamed until she couldn't breathe. Then she just sobbed, huge, gulping cries that shook her entire frame. Steele held her through all of it, rocked her the way he used to rock Lily, whispered the things you whisper to broken children. "I got you. I got you. You're safe. I promise." When Emma finally went quiet, she was limp in his arms, exhausted, hollowed out. "Sir," Rachel said gently, "we really need to get her checked out." Steele nodded, started to hand Emma over. Emma's eyes snapped open. "No!" "Emma, you gotta." "You promised. You promised you wouldn't leave." "I'm not leaving. I'm gonna be right behind." "No!" Her small hands gripped his vest with desperate strength. "You're lying. Everyone lies. Mama said she'd be okay, and she lied." The words hit like bullets. Steele looked at Officer Morrison, at Rachel, at the gathering crowd of first responders, saw the judgment, saw the assumptions. Biker, criminal, predator. But he looked at Emma and saw something else. Saw Lily, 15 years ago, screaming his name as they dragged her away. Saw every chance he'd missed, every moment he'd failed. "Not again." "All right," he said. "All right, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere." Rachel pulled out her phone. "I'm calling social services." 20 minutes later, a county vehicle pulled up. A woman stepped out, mid-40s, business casual, carrying a tablet and a weary expression. "Karen Valdez, Child Protective Services." She looked at Steele, at Emma clinging to him. "Someone want to tell me what's going on?" Officer Morrison filled her in. Karen listened, nodding occasionally, typing notes. "And you are?" she asked Steele. "Steele Morrison." "Relation to the child?" "None." "How long have you known the family?" 20 minutes. Karen's eyebrows rose. She looked at Emma. "Sweetie, can you tell me your full name?" Emma's face was buried in Steele's shoulder. Didn't answer. "Emma," Karen tried again. "I'm here to help you, honey. I need to know your name." Silence. "Is she always nonverbal?" Karen asked. "She talked before," Rachel said, "before we told her about her mother." Karen's expression softened. "Trauma response, poor thing." She turned to Steele. "Sir, I'm going to need you to release the child to me." "No." Steele tightened his arms around Emma. "Not happening." "Sir, this isn't negotiable. She's a minor. She needs proper care." "She needs someone she trusts. Right now, that's me." "You're a stranger." "So are you." Karen's jaw tightened. "Sir, I can have the officer remove her forcibly if necessary." Steele met Morrison's eyes, saw the officer's hand drift toward his holster. "You really want to traumatize this kid twice in one night?" Steele asked. "I want," Karen said firmly, "to do my job, which is protecting vulnerable children from potentially dangerous situations." "Dangerous." Steele's voice went flat. "I stopped when nobody else did. I called 911. I kept her calm. I held her while she cried. That's dangerous." "Your background is none of your business." "It's entirely my business when a child's welfare is concerned." Emma stirred, lifted her head, looked at Karen with red-rimmed eyes. "Are you taking me away?" she asked. Karen's expression gentled. "I'm taking you somewhere safe, honey. I'm safe here. Sweetie, this man, he's an angel. Emma's voice was quiet but certain. "Mama said angels come when you need them. I needed him. He came." Karen looked at Steele. He looked back, unflinching. 72 hours, Karen said finally. "Emergency placement. But you need to understand, this is temporary. We'll be doing a full background check, home visit, the works. One red flag, and she's gone." Steele nodded. "Fair enough." "You have food for her? Proper sleeping arrangements? Clean clothes?" "I'll figure it out." "You'll figure it out." Karen's tone was skeptical. "This isn't a stray dog, Mr. Morrison. This is a traumatized 6-year-old who just lost her mother." "I know what she is." Steele's voice was rough. "And I know what she needs. She needs someone who won't disappear on her. Someone who keeps promises. I can be that." Karen studied him for a long moment. Then she pulled out a business card. "My number. Any problems, you call. I'll be by tomorrow morning for the home visit." She paused. "Don't make me regret this." Steele took the card. "I won't." The crowd dispersed slowly. Ambulances pulled away. Police cars followed. Soon, it was just Steele and Emma standing in the rain beside his Harley. "You got a car seat?" Rachel asked, still hovering. "No." "Then how?" "I'll figure it out." Rachel looked like she wanted to argue. Didn't. "She's gonna need that cut on her arm looked at. Might need stitches." Steele examined Emma's arm. Deep scratch, still bleeding slightly. "I'll take her to the ER." "Good." Rachel packed up her kit. "And, Mr. Morrison, whatever you did back there, keeping her calm, helping her grieve, that was good work. Real good work." She left. Steele stood there, holding a child he'd known for less than an hour, carrying a rabbit that shouldn't exist, making promises he had no business making. Emma's voice muffled against his chest. "I'm cold." Steele pulled off his leather vest, wrapped it around her small shoulders. It swallowed her whole. "Better?" "It smells like motorcycles." "Yeah, well, that's kind of my life." "Mama never let me near motorcycles, said they were dangerous." "Your mama was smart." "But you ride one." "I do." "Does that make you dangerous?" Steele thought about his past, thought about the man he'd been. "Sometimes, yeah." "Are you dangerous now?" He looked down at her. "Not to you. Never to you." Emma seemed to accept this. She yawned, exhaustion finally winning. "Where are we going?" she asked. Good question. Steele's trailer was 40 minutes away. No heat, no food, definitely no kid-friendly anything. "Hospital first," he said. "Get that arm looked at. Then we'll figure out the rest." "And you'll stay?" "I'll stay." "Promise?" That word, that impossible word. "I promise." Emma closed her eyes. Within minutes, she was asleep, still clutching the rabbit, still wrapped in his vest. Steele stood in the rain, holding this tiny stranger who'd somehow become his responsibility, and wondered what the hell he'd just done. His phone buzzed. Text from a number he didn't recognize. "This is Karen Valdez. Address for tomorrow's home visit?" Steele typed with one hand. 47 Cactus Road, Sedona. Trailer on the left. Can't miss it. "See you at 9 a.m. sharp. Don't be late." Steele pocketed his phone, looked at his bike, looked at Emma. "Gonna need a truck," he muttered. 40 feet away, Officer Morrison was still there, sitting in his patrol car, watching. Steele walked over, tapped on the window. Morrison rolled it down. "Problem?" "Yeah, I need a ride. Can't exactly put her on the back of my Harley." Morrison studied him. You're serious about this? Dead serious. You know what you're getting into. The system's not going to make this easy. Nothing worth doing ever is. Morrison considered this, finally nodded. Put your bike in my trunk. I'll drive you both. Why? Because, Morrison said, my partner died in a car accident when I was 7. Foster care bounced me around for 3 years. If some biker had stopped, had cared enough to keep me out of that system even for a few days, he met Steele's eyes. Would have changed my whole damn life. Steele felt something shift in his chest. Not quite hope, but close. Thank you, he said. Don't thank me yet. You got 72 hours to prove you're not what I think you are. What do you think I am? Morrison smiled, bitter. A good man pretending to be bad, or a bad man pretending to be good. We'll find out which. They loaded Steele's Harley into Morrison's truck. Emma didn't wake up through any of it, dead to the world against Steele's chest. The hospital was bright and busy. Emma woke up long enough to get 4 stitches in her arm, didn't cry, didn't flinch. Just watched the needle go in and out like it was happening to someone else. Shock, the doctor said. Normal after trauma. Keep an eye on her. By the time they reached Steele's trailer, it was past midnight. Emma was awake, but silent, staring out the window at nothing. Steele carried her inside, looked at his home through her eyes, saw the dirty dishes, the unmade bed, the motorcycle parts scattered across the floor, the complete absence of anything remotely child-appropriate. It's not much, he said. Emma didn't respond. She was staring at a photograph on his wall, the only personal item in the whole place. Steele and Lily, 15 years ago, her 8th birthday, their last good day together. Who's that? Emma pointed. My daughter. Where is she? Gone. Dead like Mama? No, just gone. Emma processed this. Do you miss her? Steele's throat closed. Every day. Then why don't you find her? It's complicated. Mama said complicated is just another word for scared. Steele almost laughed. Almost. Your mama was a smart lady. Emma walked to the photograph, stood on her toes to see it better. She looks like me. She did. Same dark hair, same serious eyes, same way of standing, like the world was too heavy but she'd carry it anyway. Yeah, Steele said. She does. Emma turned around. Is that why you stopped? Because I look like her? Honest question. Deserved an honest answer. Maybe. I don't know. Are you going to leave like she did? No. Promise? Emma, promise? Steele looked at this 6-year-old stranger holding a rabbit that shouldn't exist, asking for promises he had no right to make. Thought about Lily, thought about all the promises he'd broken. I promise, he said, and meant it. Emma climbed onto his bed without asking, pulled the blanket up to her chin. I'm sleeping here tonight. Okay. Will you stay where I can see you? Steele grabbed a pillow, settled onto the floor beside the bed. Right here. Good. Emma's eyes closed, opened. Steele? Yeah. Don't cry. His chest tightened. I won't. Look at me. He looked at her. I'm looking, he said. Good. Emma smiled, small and sad. Mama said when you look at someone, really look, you can see if they're lying. I'm looking at you. You're not lying. No, baby, I'm not. Good. Her eyes drifted closed. That's good. Within minutes, she was asleep. Steele lay awake on the hard floor, listening to her breathe, wondering what the hell happened when Karen showed up tomorrow and saw this disaster of a home, wondering how to care for a traumatized child when he could barely care for himself, wondering how to be a father when he'd already failed once. His phone buzzed. Another text from Karen. Bring all documentation tomorrow. Birth certificate, medical records, school information, everything. Steele stared at the message, realized he had none of those things, didn't even know Emma's last name. This was going to be a disaster. Emma stirred in her sleep, whimpered. Steele reached up, put his hand on the bed near hers. She grabbed it instinctively, held tight. "Don't cry," she mumbled. "Look at me." "I'm looking," Steele whispered. "I'm right here." Emma settled, but she didn't let go of his hand. Steele lay there in the darkness, this child's small fingers wrapped around his scarred ones, and felt something he hadn't felt in 15 years. Purpose. Steele woke to sunlight burning through the trailer's thin curtains and Emma's voice cutting through the silence. "You snore." He opened his eyes. She was sitting cross-legged on the bed, still wrapped in his vest, the rabbit in her lap, watching him. "Sorry," he managed. "It's okay. My daddy used to snore too." She paused. "Before he died." Steele sat up, his back screaming from the hard floor. "How long you been awake?" "Long time. The sun came up and you were still sleeping, and I got scared you were dead too, but then you snored again, so I knew you weren't." The words tumbled out in one breath, first full sentences since last night. Progress, maybe. "I'm not dead," Steele said. "Good." Emma swung her legs off the bed. "I'm hungry." Steele's stomach dropped. He mentally inventoried his kitchen. Beer, coffee, half a pizza from 3 days ago, nothing a 6-year-old should eat. "Give me 5 minutes," he said. "I'll figure something out." He found crackers in the back of a cabinet, peanut butter that might not be expired. Made her something that barely qualified as breakfast while she sat at his small table, swinging her feet, studying his trailer like she was cataloging everything wrong with it. "You don't have a TV," she observed. "Don't need one." "Everybody has a TV." "I'm not everybody." She considered this. "Do you have books?" "No." "Toys?" "No." "What do you do all day?" "Work, ride, sleep." Emma's face scrunched up. "That sounds boring." Steele almost smiled. "It is." She ate her crackers in tiny bites, making them last. Steele watched her, noticed the way she kept glancing at the door. Nervous, waiting for something bad. "Emma," he said carefully. "The lady from last night, Karen, she's coming by this morning." Emma's hand froze halfway to her mouth. "To take me away?" "To check on you, make sure you're okay." "I'm okay." "I know, but she needs to see that." Emma looked around the trailer again. This time Steele saw what she was seeing. Saw it through Karen's eyes. Disaster didn't even begin to cover it. "Is your house always like this?" Emma asked. "Like what?" "Messy." "I live alone, nobody to clean up for." "Mama said people who don't clean up are sad inside." Steele's chest tightened. "Your mama was pretty smart." "Yeah." Emma's voice went small. "She was." Silence settled between them. Heavy. Suffocating. Steele's phone buzzed. Text from Karen. "On my way. ETA 20 minutes. 20 minutes to make this place look like somewhere a child could live. Impossible." He started anyway. Threw dirty clothes in a closet. Shoved motorcycle parts under the bed. Washed dishes in cold water because the hot water heater had died 2 weeks ago and he hadn't bothered fixing it. Emma watched from the table. You're scared of her. I'm not scared. Yes, you are. You're cleaning. Mama only cleaned when she was scared of something. Too smart. This kid was way too smart. I'm not scared, Steele said. I'm just trying to make a good impression. Why? Because if I don't, she takes you away. Emma processed this. And you don't want her to take me away? Steele stopped scrubbing a plate, looked at her. No, I don't. Why not? You don't know me. I know enough. Like what? Steele set the plate down, chose his words carefully. I know you're brave. I know you loved your mama. I know you're scared, but you're trying not to show it. And I know... He paused. I know what it feels like to lose someone and have nobody understand. Emma's eyes filled. She blinked fast, fighting tears. Don't cry, she whispered. Look at me. Steele looked at her. I'm looking, he said. Do you promise you'll fight for me, even if it's hard? The question hit like a punch. Steele thought about Lily, thought about every time he'd given up because fighting the system seemed impossible. I promise, he said. A knock at the door made them both jump. Karen Valdez stood outside, tablet in hand, professional smile already in place. Behind her, a second person, male, younger, carrying a briefcase. Mr. Morrison, Karen said. This is James Chen, Child Welfare Supervisor. Mind if we come in? Steele stepped aside. They entered, and he watched their expressions shift as they took in the trailer's interior, watched the smile fade from Karen's face. Well, she said. This is... Temporary, Steele interrupted. I'm looking for something better. Are you... Karen's tone said she didn't believe him. She turned to Emma. Hi, honey. Remember me from last night? Emma nodded, but didn't speak. How are you feeling this morning? No response. Karen glanced at Steele. Is she always nonverbal? She talked to me, Steele said. Asked if I snored. But not to strangers. Karen made a note on her tablet. Selective mutism. Common trauma response. James Chen knelt beside Emma. Hi there. My name's James. I'm just going to ask you some questions, okay? Nothing scary. Emma's hand found the rabbit. Squeezed. Can you tell me your full name? James asked. Silence. Do you know your address? Nothing. Emma, James tried again. I need you to answer some questions. It's very important. Emma looked at Steele. Her eyes said everything. Help me, please. Steele moved closer. She's been through hell. Give her some space. Mr. Morrison, Karen said sharply, we're doing our job. Let us do it. Your job is scaring a 6-year-old. Our job is ensuring her safety. She's safe. Is she? Karen gestured around the trailer. Where does she sleep? I see one bed. She took the bed. I slept on the floor. For how long? One night? What about tonight? Tomorrow? You have a long-term plan here? Steele didn't answer, because no, he didn't have a plan. Hadn't thought past getting through this inspection. Karen's expression softened slightly. Mr. Morrison, I appreciate what you did last night, truly. But this isn't sustainable. This child needs stability, structure, a proper home. This is a proper home. No, this is a trailer with no heat, no hot water, and no space for a traumatized child to heal. I'll fix it. When? Today? Tomorrow? She needs help now. Emma's voice cut through the argument. I want to stay with him. Everyone turned. Emma was standing now, rabbit clutched to her chest. Sweetie, Karen said gently, I know you feel safe with Mr. Morrison, but he keeps promises. He said he'd stay, and he stayed. He said he'd protect me, and he did. Emma's voice shook, but held firm. I want to stay. James Chen made more notes. Karen's jaw tightened. I understand you're scared, Karen said, but Mr. Morrison isn't equipped to care for you long term. We have trained foster families who— No! Emma backed up until she hit Steele's legs. No foster families. Mama said never go to foster families. She said they're where kids disappear. Karen's face went pale. Your mother said that? She had a friend. The friend's kids went to foster care and they disappeared. Mama said if anything happened to her, never let them take me. Emma's breathing quickened. Never. She made me promise. Steele's hand settled on Emma's shoulder. Easy. Nobody's taking you anywhere right now. Mr. Morrison, Karen's voice had gone cold. Don't make promises you can't keep. I keep my promises. Do you? How many times did you promise to be a father to your own daughter before the courts took her away? The words landed like a blade between his ribs. Steele felt Emma tense under his hand. That's different, he managed. Is it? Because from where I'm standing, you're a man with a history of letting children down. Karen, James Chen looked uncomfortable. No. Karen's face was hard. He needs to hear this. Mr. Morrison, your record shows 4 failed custody hearings, multiple violations of court orders, a pattern of instability and poor judgment. You really think that qualifies you to care for a traumatized child? Steele's vision tunneled. Every old wound, every failure, every moment of shame came rushing back. Emma's voice, small but fierce. He's not bad. You're bad. Karen blinked. Excuse me? You're saying mean things to make him feel bad. That's what bullies do. Mama said never trust bullies. Emma, I'm not a bully. I'm trying to help you. No, you're not. You're trying to take me away from the only person who makes me feel safe. That's not helping. That's being mean. James Chen coughed. Karen, maybe we should— What we should do, Karen said tightly, is follow protocol. Emma needs to be placed with certified foster care while we complete a full investigation. Investigation of what? Steele demanded. Of you, your background, your fitness as a guardian. Standard procedure. How long? 2 weeks, minimum. 2 weeks. Steele looked down at Emma. 2 weeks in a stranger's house. Better than 2 weeks in an unsuitable environment. Emma's breathing had gone rapid, shallow. Her hands were shaking. She's having a panic attack, Steele said. Karen hesitated. Emma, honey, you need to calm down. Don't tell her to calm down. Give her space. Steele guided Emma to the couch, sat beside her. Look at me, Emma. Just at me. Not them. Me. Emma's eyes locked on his face. Breathe with me, Steele said. In, out. In, out. She tried, failed, gasped. It's okay, keep trying. In, out. Slowly her breathing steadied, the shaking eased. She leaned against him, exhausted. Karen watched all this. Something in her expression shifted. How did you know to do that? She asked quietly. My daughter used to get them. Panic attacks. After her mother left. Steele's voice was rough. Learned real quick that telling her to calm down just made it worse. What else did you learn? That kids aren't stupid. They know when adults are lying. They know when you're trying to help versus trying to follow rules. He met Karen's eyes. Emma's right. You're following protocol. But protocol doesn't give a damn about what she actually needs. Karen was quiet for a long moment. Then she closed her tablet. 72 hours, she said. That's what I agreed to last night. It's been, she checked her watch, 14 hours. You have 58 more. Use them wisely. What does that mean? It means prove me wrong. Show me you can provide what she needs. Proper food, clean clothes, a safe space, stability. Karen's voice softened. Show me you're not the man in those court files. She and James left. Steele sat on the couch with Emma pressed against his side, listening to their car pull away. Are they coming back? Emma asked. Yeah, in 2 days. And then they'll take me? Not if I can help it. How? You don't have money, or a nice house, or… Emma's voice broke. How are you going to fight them? Steele didn't have an answer, just sat there, feeling the weight of impossible odds. His phone rang. Unknown number. Yeah? Is this Steele Morrison? Female voice, older, professional. Who's asking? My name is Dr. Sarah Chen. I'm Emma Chen's aunt, her mother's sister. Steele's blood went cold. How did you get this number? From the police report. Mr. Morrison, I understand you've taken temporary custody of my niece. That's right. I need to see her, immediately. She's been through trauma. She needs rest. She needs family. Sarah's voice hardened. Real family, not some biker playing hero. I'm not playing anything. No? Then what are you doing with a 6-year-old girl you met 12 hours ago? Keeping her safe. Safe? Sarah laughed, bitter. You don't even know her, don't know what she needs, what she's been through. Then tell me. I don't owe you explanations. You're nothing to her. Emma had gone rigid beside him. Steele covered the phone. Who is it? She whispered. Nobody important. But Emma's face had gone white. Is it Aunt Sarah? Steele's gut clenched. You know her? Mama said never go with Aunt Sarah. Never, ever. She's… Emma's voice dropped to barely audible. She's bad. Steele uncovered the phone. Dr. Chen, I don't care what you think. I'm Emma's legal next of kin. I have rights. And Emma has feelings. She doesn't want to see you. She's 6. She doesn't know what she wants. She knows enough to be terrified of you. Silence on the other end. When Sarah spoke again, her voice was ice. I'm filing for emergency custody. My lawyers will be in touch. And Mr. Morrison, when I get Emma back, and I will, I'm making sure you never go near another child again. She hung up. Steele sat there, phone in hand, feeling the walls close in. Emma was crying silently, tears streaming down her face. She can't take me, Emma whispered. Please don't let her take me. I won't. You don't understand. Mama said. Emma couldn't finish, just shook her head. Steele pulled her close. Whatever your mama said, I believe you, and I won't let Sarah near you. I promise. You can't stop her. She's rich. She's a doctor. Emma looked up at him with devastated eyes. And you're just… you. The words shouldn't have hurt, but they did. Because Emma was right. What was he compared to, a wealthy physician with legal rights? An ex-biker with a criminal record and a history of failure? Nothing. He was nothing. Steele's phone buzzed. Text from Officer Morrison. Heard Sarah Chen is making noise. Watch your back. She's connected. Another text, this one from Karen. Did Sarah Chen contact you? She's demanding a meeting. I can't hold her off long. Steele looked at Emma, small and scared, and trusting him to do the impossible. I need to make some calls, he said. Figure out what to do. Who are you going to call? Good question. Steele had burned most of his bridges years ago. The Hells Angels wouldn't help. They'd written him off as soft. His family was long gone. He had no friends to speak of. Except one. Steele scrolled through his contacts, found a name he hadn't called in 3 years. The phone rang twice. "Steele? That you?" "Yeah, Wrench. It's me." "Hell, thought you were dead." Mickey Wrench O'Brien, former Hells Angels brother turned private investigator. They'd ridden together for a decade before Steele walked away. "Listen," Steele said, "I need help." "What kind of help?" Steele explained. The accident, Emma, Sarah Chen, the impossible situation. Wrench was quiet for a long moment. Then, "You serious about this, kid?" "Dead serious." "Because I remember the last time you tried to save someone. Remember how that ended?" Steele's jaw tightened. "This is different." "How?" "Because I'm different." Wrench laughed, sharp. "People don't change, brother." "Maybe not, but they can try." Another pause. "What do you need?" "Background check on Sarah Chen, medical records, financial history, anything that'll help me fight her in court." "That's illegal." "I know." "Could lose my license." "I know." "And you're asking anyway." "I'm asking anyway." Wrench sighed. "You're lucky I owe you. Give me 48 hours. "I've got 58. "Then I better work fast." He hung up. Steele looked at Emma. "Who is that?" she asked. "A friend. He's gonna help us." "How?" "By finding out why your mama was so scared of your aunt." Emma's expression shifted. "There's a notebook." "What?" "Mama's notebook. She wrote in it every night. She said it was her insurance, in case something happened." Steele's pulse kicked up. "Where is it?" "In the car. Her car. The one that—" Emma couldn't finish. Steele was already dialing. Got Officer Morrison on the second ring. "The vehicle from last night," Steele said. "It's still impounded?" "Yeah, why?" "I need to see it. There's something inside that might help Emma." "Can't let you do that. It's evidence." "Evidence of what?" "Single vehicle accident, no crime." Morrison was quiet. "What are you looking for?" "A notebook. Emma says her mother kept one. Said it was insurance." "Insurance against what?" "That's what I need to find out." Morrison exhaled slowly. "I'll see what I can do. No promises." An hour later, Morrison showed up at the trailer, handed Steele a leather-bound journal, water-stained but readable. "Found it in the glove box," Morrison said. "Officially, this never happened." "Officially," Steele agreed. Morrison looked at Emma. "You doing okay, kid?" Emma nodded. "Good. You need anything, you call. Don't matter what time." He looked at Steele. "That goes for you, too." After he left, Steele opened the journal. Emma climbed onto the couch beside him. The first entry was dated 3 years ago. "Sarah called again today. Threatened to take Emma if I don't give her what she wants. I told her to go to hell. She said I'd regret it. I'm documenting everything from now on. If something happens to me, whoever finds this needs to know. Sarah Chen is dangerous. She's unstable, and she cannot be allowed near my daughter. Ever." Steele's hands shook as he turned the page. Entry after entry detailed Sarah's harassment. Threats, manipulation, a pattern of abuse going back years. The final entry was dated 2 days ago. "Sarah knows where we live. She's getting desperate. I'm taking Emma and running. If anyone finds this and I'm not alive to protect her, please, keep Emma away from Sarah. She's not what she seems. She's broken inside, and she wants to break Emma too. Don't trust her credentials. Don't trust her money. Trust Emma. She knows the truth. Steele read the last line 3 times, felt something cold settle in his chest. Emma, he said quietly, what did your aunt do? What made your mama so scared? Emma was silent for a long time. When she finally spoke, her voice was flat, dead. She hurt Mama when they were little. Did bad things. Mama tried to tell people, but nobody believed her because Aunt Sarah was so smart and pretty and good at pretending. Emma looked up at him. Mama said people like that are the most dangerous because everyone trusts them, even when they shouldn't. Steele closed the journal, understood exactly what he was up against. Not just a wealthy doctor with legal rights, but a predator who'd spent decades perfecting her disguise. His phone buzzed. Text from an unknown number. This is Attorney Rebecca Torres. Dr. Chen has filed emergency custody petition. Hearing is tomorrow at 10 a.m. You need representation. Steele stared at the message. Tomorrow. Less than 24 hours. He texted back. Can't afford a lawyer. I'm pro bono. Someone sent me the police report. I want to help. Call me. Steele called. Rebecca Torres had a voice like steel wrapped in velvet. Mr. Morrison, I'm going to be honest. This is going to be hard. Dr. Chen has resources, reputation. The court's going to favor her. Even with this? Steele told her about the journal. Rebecca was quiet. That changes things. Send me photos of every page, now. Steele did, heard her sharp intake of breath as she read. This is bad, she said. Sarah Chen isn't just controlling, she's... Rebecca paused. Miss Morrison, has Emma said anything else about her aunt? Anything specific? Emma was watching him. Steele put the phone on speaker. Emma, Rebecca's voice was gentle. My name is Rebecca. I'm a lawyer. That means I help people when they're in trouble. Can you tell me what you remember about your Aunt Sarah? Emma's hands twisted the rabbit's ears. She came to our house once, last year. Mama told her to leave, but she wouldn't. She grabbed Mama's arm really hard, left bruises. Emma's voice dropped. Then she looked at me and said someday I'd be hers. Said Mama couldn't keep me safe forever. Rebecca swore softly. That's assault and terroristic threats. Did your mother report it? She tried. Police didn't believe her. Said it was a family dispute. Of course they did. Rebecca's voice went hard. Mr. Morrison, I'm coming to you. We need to prep for tomorrow, and we need to keep Emma somewhere Sarah can't find her until the hearing. Where? Steele looked around his trailer. This is all I've got. Then it'll have to do. Lock the doors. Don't answer for anyone except me or Officer Morrison. I'll be there in 2 hours. She hung up. Steele locked the door, checked the windows, felt like a condemned man watching the clock count down. Emma tugged his sleeve. Steele? Yeah? Are you scared? Honest question. Deserved an honest answer. Yeah, baby. I'm scared. Me too. She leaned against him. But Mama said brave people are just scared people who keep going anyway. Steele's throat closed. Your Mama was right. She usually was. Emma's eyes filled. I miss her. I know. Do you miss your daughter? Every single day. Then why don't you call her? She's not... Steele stopped, realized he didn't actually know. Lily was 23 now, an adult, could make her own choices. I don't know how to find her, he admitted. Mama found people on the computer, said you can find anybody if you look hard enough. Steele didn't have a computer, but Morrison did. He texted, "Need another favor. Can you run a search for Lily Morrison? Would be 23 now. Last known address, Seattle." Morrison responded immediately. "Give me an hour." 50 minutes later, Steele's phone rang. "Found her," Morrison said. "Lily Morrison. Lives in Phoenix now. Works as a teacher. Want her number?" Steele's heart stopped. Started again. Yeah, give it to me." Morrison rattled off digits. Steele wrote them down with shaking hands. "You gonna call?" Morrison asked. "I don't know." "She's your daughter." "She was my daughter. 15 years ago." "Blood doesn't expire, Steele." After Morrison hung up, Steele stared at the number. Emma watched him. "You should call her," Emma said. "What if she doesn't want to talk to me?" "Then at least you tried. Mama said trying and failing is better than never trying at all." Smart kid. Too smart. Steele dialed before he could change his mind. The phone rang once, twice, 3 times. Then, "Hello?" Lily's voice. Older, but unmistakably hers. Steele's throat closed. Couldn't speak. "Hello?" Lily said again. "Is someone there?" "Lily." He managed to force her name out. It's me." Silence. Long enough that Steele thought she'd hung up. Then, "Dad?" The word broke something in Steele's chest. Broke it and put it back together at the same time. "Yeah, baby. It's Dad." Lily started crying. "Oh my God. Oh my God. I thought... They told me you were dead. Mom said you died years ago, and I'm alive. I'm right here." Where are you?" "Sedona. I've been here for..." Steele did the math. "Long time." "Why didn't you call? Why didn't you..." Lily's voice cracked. "I needed you. Do you know how much I needed you?" Steele's vision blurred. "I'm sorry. I thought... They said I wasn't allowed. The restraining order expired when I turned 18. 5 years ago, Dad. 5 years I've been looking for you." "Looking for me?" "Of course I was looking for you. You're my father. Did you really think I'd just forget you?" Emma was watching all this with wide eyes. Steele wiped his face roughly. "I got a situation here," he said. "Kid in trouble. I'm trying to help her, but it's complicated." "What kind of kid?" Steele explained. The accident. Emma. Sarah Chen. The custody hearing tomorrow. Lily listened. When he finished, she said, "I'm coming." "Lily, you don't have to." "Yes, I do. You helped a stranger. The least I can do is help my own father." She paused. "Besides, I'm a teacher. I know child welfare law, and I've been dying to see you for 15 years. This gives me a reason." "You don't need a reason." "Maybe not, but it helps." Lily's voice softened. "I've missed you, Dad." "I've missed you too, baby girl." "I can be there in 3 hours. Text me the address." After they hung up, Steele sat there in shock. Emma climbed into his lap. "Was that your daughter?" she asked. "Yeah." "She sounded nice." "She is." "Is she coming to help us?" "She is," Emma smiled. Small but real. "See? You're not alone. Just like me." Steele hugged her close. "Just like you." A car pulled up outside. Steele's body went tense, moved Emma behind him. "Stay here," he said. He looked through the window, saw a black Mercedes, saw a woman step out, mid-40s, expensive suit, cold eyes. Sarah Chen. She walked to the door, knocked. "Mr. Morrison, I know you're in there. I need to speak with Emma." Steele didn't answer. "I'm her family. I have a right to see her." Emma had gone rigid behind him, shaking. "Please," Sarah's voice went soft, persuasive. "I just want to make sure she's okay. Her mother was my sister. Don't you think I deserve to see my niece?" Emma's whisper cut through the silence. "Don't let her in, please. Don't let her in." Steele made his choice. "She doesn't want to see you," he called through the door. Sarah's voice hardened. "I wasn't asking permission." "And I'm not giving it. Leave. Now." "Or what? You'll call the police? Go ahead. Tell them a doctor is trying to see her traumatized niece. See how that plays out." Steele's phone was already out, calling Morrison. "I've got Sarah Chen at my door," he said when Morrison answered. "She won't leave." "On my way. Keep the door locked." Sarah must have heard. Her voice went cold. "Fine. We'll do this the legal way. See you in court tomorrow, Mr. Morrison. And when the judge hears about you keeping a terrified child from her family?" She smiled through the window. Sharp. Predatory. "You'll lose everything." She got in her car, drove away. Emma collapsed against Steele, sobbing. "She found us. She found us, and now she's going to take me and—" "No." Steele held her tight. "No, she's not. I won't let her." "You can't stop her. You're just—" "Just what?" Emma looked up at him with devastated eyes. "Just one person. And she's everyone. She's doctors and lawyers and judges and you're just you." Steele thought about those words. Thought about his daughter driving 3 hours to help a father she hadn't seen in 15 years. Thought about Morrison bending rules. About Rebecca working pro bono. About Wrench risking his license. "Maybe I'm just me," Steele said, "but I'm not alone. And neither are you. Not anymore." Emma buried her face in his chest. "Promise?" That impossible word again. "I promise," Steele said. And somewhere, deep down, past all his doubts and failures, he meant it. Rebecca Torres arrived first, 30 minutes after Sarah left. She was younger than Steele expected, mid-30s, sharp suit, eyes that missed nothing. "Show me the journal," she said, before she'd even sat down. Steele handed it over, watched her read, her expression darkening with each page. "This is worse than I thought," Rebecca muttered. "Sarah Chen didn't just threaten Emma's mother. She stalked her, harassed her. There's a pattern here going back years." "Can we use it in court?" Steele asked. "Depends. It's hearsay unless we can corroborate the claims." Rebecca looked at Emma, who was curled up on the couch with the rabbit. "Emma, honey, did you ever see your Aunt Sarah hurt your mother?" Emma nodded. "Can you tell me what you saw?" "She twisted Mama's arm, made her cry. Then she told me it was a game and I shouldn't tell anyone." Emma's voice was flat. "But it wasn't a game. Mama had bruises for a week." Rebecca typed furiously on her laptop. "When was this?" "Last Christmas. She came to our house even though Mama said not to. They yelled and then Aunt Sarah grabbed her." "Did anyone else see this?" Emma shook her head. Rebecca's jaw tightened. "Okay, we'll work with what we have. Mr. Morrison, I need you to understand something. Tomorrow's hearing isn't about who loves Emma more. It's about who can provide stability. Sarah's going to paint you as unstable, criminal, dangerous." "I know. Do you? Because she's going to bring up your record. Your time with the Hells Angels. Every mistake you've ever made. I can handle it. Can you? Because if you lose your temper, if you give them any reason to think you're violent, I won't. Rebecca studied him. You've got one advantage. Emma clearly bonded with you, but that only matters if she can testify. Can she do that? Can she tell a judge she wants to stay with you? Steele looked at Emma. Can you, sweetheart? Emma's hands twisted the rabbit's ears. I don't know. I don't like talking to strangers. The judge isn't a stranger. She's just a person who wants to help. Aunt Sarah's a person too, and she doesn't want to help. She wants to hurt me. How do you know that? Rebecca asked gently. Because Mama told me. She said Aunt Sarah is broken inside and she tries to break other people to make herself feel better. Emma looked up. Am I going to have to go with her? Not if I can help it, Rebecca said. A knock at the door made everyone jump. Steele moved to the window, saw a motorcycle in the driveway. Wrench's bike. He opened the door. Mickey Wrench O'Brien stood there, 6'4", covered in tattoos, gray beard down to his chest. He looked like he could tear a man in half. Probably had. Got your information, Wrench said. Then he saw Emma, and his expression softened. Hey there, little one. Emma pressed closer to Steele. It's okay, Steele said. This is Wrench. He's helping us. Wrench pulled out a folder. You were right to be suspicious. Sarah Chen's got a history. Rebecca grabbed the folder, started reading. Her face went pale. Oh my God, she whispered. What? Steele demanded. Sarah Chen was investigated 3 times for patient abuse. Nothing stuck. She's good at covering her tracks. But the complaints are all similar. Control, manipulation, psychological torture. Rebecca looked up. She's a sadist. Clinical diagnosis buried in sealed records from a psych evaluation 10 years ago. Can we use that? Steele asked. Sealed records are inadmissible, but... Rebecca's eyes lit up. If I can get the patients who filed complaints to testify... Already done, Wrench said. Found 5 people willing to talk. They'll be at the courthouse tomorrow. Steele's chest tightened with something that felt like hope. You did all this in 2 hours? I'm motivated. Also, I don't like people who hurt kids. Wrench looked at Emma. Your mama sounds like she was a fighter. Emma nodded. She was brave. You're brave too. Takes guts to stand up to someone like Sarah. I'm not standing up to her. I'm just scared of her. Being scared and doing it anyway? That's what brave means. Emma considered this. Are you scared of Aunt Sarah? Wrench grinned. Honey, I'm 6'4" and covered in weapons. I ain't scared of nobody. But you're 6 years old and you're still fighting. That makes you braver than me. Emma almost smiled. Almost. Another car pulled up. Steele looked out, felt his heart stop. Lily. She stepped out of a blue Honda, looked exactly like her mother but with Steele's eyes. 23 years old. Beautiful. Alive. Real. Steele's throat closed. Couldn't move. Emma tugged his hand. Is that your daughter? Yeah. She looks nice. She is. Lily walked to the door, stopped when she saw Steele through the window. Her face crumpled. Steele opened the door. They stood there, staring at each other across 15 years of silence. Hi, Dad, Lily whispered. Hi, baby girl. Then they were hugging, both crying, holding on like if they let go, the other would disappear. I'm sorry, Steele choked out. I'm so sorry I let them take you. I'm sorry I believed them when they said you didn't want me. I always wanted you. Always. I just didn't know how to fight for you. I know. I know that now. Lily pulled back, wiped her eyes. But you're fighting now. For her. She looked at Emma. Hi there, I'm Lily. Emma waved shyly. You must be Emma. Dad told me about you. He told me about you too. He said you were gone, but he missed you every day. Lily's eyes filled again. Did he? Yeah. He has your picture on his wall. He looks at it sometimes when he thinks nobody's watching. Steele's face heated. Lily laughed through her tears. Well, she said, I'm not gone anymore. Rebecca cleared her throat. This is lovely, but we have work to do. The hearing's in 14 hours. We need to prep. They spent the next 6 hours going over everything. Rebecca drilled Steele on how to answer questions, coached Emma on what to say to the judge, reviewed Sarah's history with Wrench. By midnight, Emma was asleep on the couch. Lily covered her with a blanket. She's sweet, Lily said quietly. Reminds me of me at that age. That's what scares me, Steele admitted. I failed you. What if I fail her? You didn't fail me, Dad. The system failed both of us. Lily sat beside him. But you're different now. I can see it. How? You're fighting. Last time, you gave up. This time, you're standing your ground. She squeezed his hand. That's all I ever wanted. For you to fight for me. I should have. Yeah, you should have. But you're doing it now. For her. That counts for something. Rebecca closed her laptop. We're as ready as we're going to be. Get some sleep. Tomorrow's going to be brutal. Nobody slept. Steele sat in his chair watching Emma breathe. Lily curled up on the floor beside the couch. Wrench stayed outside, keeping watch in case Sarah came back. At dawn, Steele's phone buzzed. Text from Morrison. Sarah filed additional motion. She's claiming you kidnapped Emma. Judge issued warrant for your arrest. Steele's blood went cold. Rebecca. She read the text, swore viciously. This is a power play. She's trying to get you locked up before the hearing. Rebecca's fingers flew over her phone. I'm calling the judge. This is prosecutorial misconduct. Will it work? I don't know. 20 minutes later, Rebecca hung up. Judge agreed to hear us both at 8 a.m., 2 hours before the custody hearing. Sarah's trying to have you arrested. We have to prove you didn't kidnap Emma. Karen Valdez gave me emergency custody, Steele said. That's not kidnapping. Sarah's claiming you coerced Emma, that you manipulated a traumatized child. Emma stirred, woke up. What's happening? Aunt Sarah's trying to get me arrested, Steele said. No point lying. Emma's face went white. No, you didn't kidnap me. You saved me. I know that, baby, but we have to prove it. How? By telling the truth. At 7:30 a.m., they arrived at the courthouse. Sarah was already there with 2 lawyers in expensive suits. She smiled when she saw Steele. Cold, victorious. Mr. Morrison, she said, you should have returned Emma when I asked. Would have saved everyone this trouble. Emma didn't want to see you. Emma's a child. She doesn't know what she wants. She knows she's terrified of you. Sarah's smile widened. Parental alienation. Her mother poisoned her against me. But I can fix that. Once I have custody, I'll make sure Emma understands the truth. Steele's hands clenched. Lily put a hand on his arm. Don't, she whispered. That's what she wants. They entered the courtroom. Judge Margaret Brennan was already seated, 60-something, gray hair, stern face. This is highly irregular, she said. Dr. Chen, you filed a criminal complaint this morning? Sarah's lawyer stood. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Morrison has unlawfully detained Emma Chen, despite Dr. Chen's repeated requests for access to her niece. Mr. Morrison had emergency custody through Child Protective Services, Rebecca countered. Signed by Karen Valdez. This is a legal placement. Obtained through coercion, Sarah's lawyer shot back. Emma Chen is too traumatized to make rational decisions. Mr. Morrison exploited that vulnerability. Judge Brennan looked at Emma. Is this true, young lady? Did Mr. Morrison force you to stay with him? Emma shook her head. I need verbal answers, sweetheart. No, Emma whispered. He didn't force me. I wanted to stay. Why? Because he's safe. And Aunt Sarah isn't. Sarah's face twitched. Your Honor, Emma has been thoroughly manipulated. I'm not manipulated! Emma's voice rose. I know what I saw. I know what you did to Mama. The courtroom went silent. Judge Brennan leaned forward. What did you see, Emma? Emma's hands shook, but her voice held steady. I saw her hurt Mama. Twist her arm, leave bruises. I saw her come to our house even when Mama said no. I heard her tell Mama that someday she'd take me away. Emma looked at Sarah. And Mama said you were broken inside, that you hurt people because it made you feel powerful. Sarah's face went pale, then red. That's absurd. My sister was mentally ill. She invented— Enough! Judge Brennan's voice cracked like a whip. Dr. Chen, I'm going to need you to step into the hallway while I speak with Emma privately. Your Honor, I have a right— What you have is a right to remain silent while I assess this child's welfare. Bailiff, escort Dr. Chen outside. Sarah left, her lawyers scrambling after her. The judge turned to Emma. Honey, I need you to be very honest with me. Are you afraid of your aunt? Yes. Why? Because she wants to hurt me like she hurt Mama. She told Mama once that I was just like Mama when Mama was little, that she'd enjoy breaking me the same way. Rebecca pulled out the journal. Your Honor, Emma's mother documented years of abuse and threats. We have— Hearsay, the judge said. Unless you can corroborate— We can, Wrench stood. I found 5 former patients willing to testify about Sarah Chen's abuse. They're outside. Judge Brennan's eyebrows rose. Bring them in. The next hour was devastating. One by one, Sarah's former patients testified, described her cruelty, her manipulation, her enjoyment of their suffering. The last witness was a woman in her 50s, trembling as she spoke. Dr. Chen was my therapist for 2 years. She convinced me I was worthless, that nobody would ever love me. When I tried to leave, she threatened to have me committed. The woman's voice broke. I attempted suicide because of her. And when I survived, she told me I'd failed at that, too. Judge Brennan's face was stone. Why didn't you report this? I tried. Nobody believed me. She's a doctor. I'm just a patient with mental health issues. Who would they believe? The judge looked at Sarah's lawyers. Bring Dr. Chen back in. Sarah entered, composed, but her eyes were sharp, calculating. Dr. Chen, Judge Brennan said, I'm hearing some very serious allegations. All false, Your Honor. Disgruntled patients with personality disorders. They're known for fabricating abuse narratives. All 5 of them? It's not uncommon for people with certain conditions to feed off each other's delusions. And Emma's mother? Was she delusional too? My sister had severe mental health issues. I tried to help her, but she refused treatment. Is that why you threatened her, stalked her, told her you'd take Emma? I never— Sarah's composure cracked. She was an unfit mother. Someone had to protect Emma. From what? From her mother's instability, her poor choices, her paranoia about me. Was it paranoia? Or was it justified fear? Sarah's eyes flashed. I loved my sister. I only wanted what was best for Emma. By threatening to take her. By assaulting her mother. I never assaulted. We have documentation, Rebecca said, holding up the journal, including photographs of bruises. Sarah's lawyer jumped up. Objection! We haven't seen this evidence, because you filed this motion at the last minute, Judge Brennan snapped. You want to play games? Fine. I'm postponing the custody hearing until I can review all evidence thoroughly. She looked at Steele. Mr. Morrison, you will retain emergency custody for another week. Dr. Chen, you are not to contact Emma or Mr. Morrison in any way. Violation will result in a restraining order. Sarah's face contorted. You can't do this. I'm her family. I have rights. You have the right to remain silent. I suggest you exercise it before I find you in contempt. The gavel came down. Sarah stared at Steele with pure hatred. This isn't over, she hissed as she left. Outside the courtroom, Emma collapsed against Steele. Did we win? We bought time, Rebecca said. 1 week. Then we do this again. What if she comes back? Emma whispered. What if she takes me when you're not looking? She won't, Steele said, but even he heard the uncertainty in his voice. They drove back to the trailer in silence. Lily made Emma lunch while Steele stood outside with Wrench. She's not going to stop, Wrench said. Women like Sarah don't give up. I know. You need to be ready for anything. I am. Wrench looked at him. Are you? Because Sarah Chen's not just dangerous. She's connected, rich, smart. She'll come at you from angles you don't expect. Then I'll deal with it. How? You got no money, no legal training. You're running on borrowed time and luck. I've got people, Steele said. You, Rebecca, Morrison, Lily. That might not be enough. Steele looked through the window at Emma eating a sandwich, legs swinging, almost looking like a normal kid. Then I'll find a way to make it enough. His phone buzzed. Text from an unknown number. You made a powerful enemy today. Hope you're ready for the consequences. Steele deleted it. Another came through immediately. Emma doesn't belong with you. She never will. Give up now before you lose everything. He blocked the number. His phone rang. Different number. Yeah? Heavy breathing. Then Sarah's voice, low and venomous. I'm going to destroy you. Going to take everything you love and burn it to the ground. And when I'm done, Emma will beg me to take her just to get away from the ashes of your pathetic life. She hung up. Steele's hands shook. He went inside, found Rebecca. Sarah's threatening me. Record it next time. We can use it. What if there's not a next time? What if she... Steele couldn't finish. Rebecca's expression softened. Listen to me. Sarah's panicking. That's why she's lashing out. We hurt her in court today, made her look bad. She's going to escalate. How? I don't know, but you need to be ready. That night, Steele couldn't sleep. Sat in his chair watching Emma breathe, watching Lily sleep on the floor nearby. His phone buzzed. 3 a.m. Text from Morrison. Fire at Sarah Chen's office. Arson investigators on scene. She's claiming you did it. Steele's blood froze. No. He called Morrison. I didn't. I've been here all night. I know. I believe you. But she's got security footage showing someone on a motorcycle near her building around midnight. I don't even have my bike. You impounded it, remember? Doesn't matter. Footage is grainy enough it could be anyone. Sarah's pushing for your arrest. This is insane. This is chess. She's backing you into a corner, making you look unstable, violent. I'm not. I would never. I know, but a judge won't care what I think. They'll care about optics. And right now, the optics are bad. Steele looked at Emma, thought about losing her, about failing another child. What do I do? Lawyer up. Don't talk to anyone except Rebecca, and pray the arson investigators find the real culprit. Steele hung up, found Rebecca already awake, phone to her ear. I heard, she said. Sarah's playing dirty. She probably set the fire herself, created false evidence to frame you. Can she do that? She's doing it. Rebecca's jaw tightened. This changes everything. If they arrest you, Emma goes into foster care immediately. No. Steele's voice was raw. I promised her. I promised I wouldn't leave. Then we need to prove you were here all night. Witnesses, alibi, something. Lily was here. Wrench was outside keeping watch. Family and friends aren't credible. We need objective proof. Steele's mind raced. Trailer park has security cameras at the entrance. I never left. It'll show that. Rebecca grabbed her laptop. Where's the security office? 20 minutes later, they had the footage. Showed Steele's truck in the driveway all night. No movement. Rebecca burned it to a drive. This might save you. Might not. Depends on how good Sarah's fake evidence is. Dawn came. Emma woke up, saw their faces. What's wrong? She asked. Nothing you need to worry about, Steele said. Don't lie to me. Mama always lied when things were bad. Said she was protecting me. But lies made it worse. Steele crouched beside her. Aunt Sarah's trying to say I did something bad. Trying to get me arrested. Did you do it? No. Emma studied his face. I believe you. The police might not. Then we'll prove them wrong. Emma's voice was small but fierce. You fought for me. I'll fight for you. Baby, you're 6 years old. So? I'm still a person. I can still tell the truth. Before Steele could respond, cars pulled up outside. Police cars. 3 of them. Morrison got out first, face grim. Behind him, 2 officers Steele didn't recognize. Steele Morrison, one called out. We have a warrant for your arrest. Come out with your hands visible. Emma grabbed Steele's arm. No, they can't take you. It's okay, Steele said, voice shaking. Rebecca will fix this. You promised you wouldn't leave. I'm not leaving. I'm just... His voice broke. I'm keeping you safe. That's what matters. Lily pulled Emma back. Let him go, honey. Let him handle this. Steele walked outside, hands up. Morrison cuffed him, whispered, I'm sorry. I fought this, but I was overruled. Take care of Emma, Steele said. Don't let Sarah near her. I will. They put Steele in the patrol car. Through the window, he saw Emma screaming, fighting Lily's hold, tears streaming down her face. Don't cry, Steele called out. Look at me, Emma. Look at me. She looked. Her face destroyed, betrayed. I'm coming back, he said. I promise. But as they drove away, he saw Sarah's Mercedes pull up to his trailer. Saw her get out, straighten her suit, smile. And Steele realized with horrible clarity, she'd won. The holding cell smelled like desperation and industrial cleaner. Steele sat on the metal bench, head in his hands, while his mind replayed Emma's face. That look of betrayal, of abandonment. He'd promised, and promises were all he had. The door clanged open. Rebecca rushed in, laptop under her arm, fire in her eyes. The security footage cleared you. Arson investigators found accelerant traces that don't match anything you own. You're being released. Steele's head snapped up. How long was I in here? 3 hours. 3 hours. His stomach dropped. Where's Emma? Rebecca's face told him everything. No. Steele was on his feet. No, tell me Sarah didn't. Lily's fighting her. Morrison's there. But Sarah has lawyers and a court order for emergency visitation. They can't stop her from seeing Emma. Seeing her or taking her? I don't know. Steele pushed past her, down the hallway. Officer at the desk tried to stop him. Mr. Morrison, you need to sign later. Steele was already out the door, running from Morrison's truck. Rebecca caught up, threw him keys. Take mine, faster. He drove like a demon, Rebecca calling updates from her phone. Lily says Sarah's been in the trailer for 20 minutes. Emma locked herself in the bathroom, won't come out. Steele's hands gripped the wheel until his knuckles went white, pushed the accelerator harder. He made it to the trailer in 12 minutes. Sarah's Mercedes was still there, so was Morrison's patrol car. Steele burst through the door, found Lily standing between Sarah and the bathroom, face flushed, hands shaking. She said no, Lily was saying. You can't force her. I'm her legal guardian, Sarah said coldly. I can do whatever's necessary for her welfare. Welfare? Lily's voice cracked. You're terrifying her. Sarah's lawyer, a thin man with dead eyes, stepped forward. Miss Morrison, you're interfering with a lawful custody transfer. Step aside, or we'll have you removed. Try it, Lily said. Morrison stood near the door, hand on his radio, face conflicted. Lily, I don't want to have to. Then don't! Steele's voice cut through the room. Everyone turned. Sarah's face went pale, then red. You, she hissed. They said you were in custody. They were wrong. Steele moved toward the bathroom. Emma, baby, it's me. Open up. Silence. Emma, please. I'm here now. I'm not leaving. The lock clicked. Door opened a crack. Emma's face appeared, streaked with tears. You left, she whispered. You promised, and you left. I didn't want to. They made me. But I'm back now. For how long? Until she makes them take you again? Steele crouched down, met her eyes through the crack. I'm done letting her control this. I'm done playing by rules that only protect people like her. Mr. Morrison, Sarah's lawyer said, you're in violation of I don't care. Steele kept his eyes on Emma. Baby, I need you to trust me one more time. Can you do that? Emma's hand appeared through the crack, held the rabbit. Mr. Hoppy says you're telling the truth. Mr. Hoppy's a smart rabbit. He says angels don't break promises. They just take longer sometimes. Steele's throat closed. Yeah, sometimes we do. Emma opened the door fully, ran to him. Steele caught her, held her so tight he was afraid he'd break her. Sarah moved forward. Emma, honey, it's time to come with me now. Emma's body went rigid. No. Sweetheart, I'm your family. I'm going to take care of you. You're going to hurt me, like you hurt Mama. Sarah's smile was all teeth. Your Mama was sick, dear. She imagined things. But I'm going to help you understand the truth. I know the truth. Mama wrote it down. She told me everything before she died. Sarah's composure cracked. She told you. What did she tell you? That you're broken. That you hurt people because you like it. That you wanted to hurt me too, but she kept me safe. Emma's voice was small but steady. She said if anything happened to her, I should run. Run and never let you find me. That's absurd. I loved your mother. No, you didn't. You hated her because she was happy, and you weren't. Mama said you always hated her. Sarah's face contorted. The mask slipped. Just for a second, Steele saw what Emma's mother had seen. Pure malice. Your mother, Sarah said slowly, was weak. Always was. Just like you're going to be. Morrison's hand went to his gun. Dr. Chen, I think you need to leave. I'm not leaving without Emma. Yeah, you are. Steele stood, keeping Emma behind him. Morrison, get her out of here. On what grounds? Sarah's lawyer demanded. She has visitation rights. She just threatened a child, Lily said. We all heard it. I did no such thing. I simply stated facts about my sister. You said Emma was going to be weak. That's a threat. Rebecca had appeared in the doorway, phone recording. And I have it on video. Sarah's face went white. You can't use that. That's illegal. Actually, Arizona's a one-party consent state. I can record anything I want. Rebecca smiled. Sharp. And I just sent it to Judge Brennan. Wonder what she'll think about your visitation rights now. Sarah's lawyer grabbed her arm. We're leaving, now. But Emma, now, Dr. Chen. They left. Sarah threw one last look over her shoulder. This isn't over. The door closed. Emma burst into tears. Steele held her while she sobbed, her small body shaking with relief and terror and exhaustion. It's okay, he whispered. You're safe. I've got you. She's coming back. She always comes back. Let her. We'll be ready. Lily's phone rang. She answered, face going pale. When? How bad? Steele's stomach dropped. What? Fire at Rebecca's office. Someone threw a Molotov through her window. Lily looked at Rebecca. They're saying it's total loss. All your files. Sarah, Rebecca said. Her voice shook. She's destroying evidence. Steele's phone buzzed. Text from Wrench. My office just got broken into. They took everything on Sarah Chen. Every file, every record. Another text from a number he didn't recognize. You can't win. I'll burn everything you have until there's nothing left. Emma looked up at Steele. What's happening? Sarah's trying to scare us. Is it working? Steele thought about his answer. Thought about lying to make her feel better. But Emma deserved truth. Yeah, baby. It's working. Emma's hand found his, squeezed. Mama said scared is okay. Giving up is not. Your mama was right. Morrison's radio crackled. All units, 1054 at 47 Cactus Road. Steele's address. Someone had called in a livestock complaint. Probable cause for a search. Morrison swore softly. They're coming. Sarah called in a false report. They'll search the trailer, find something, anything, to justify removing Emma. There's nothing to find, Steele said. Doesn't matter. They'll say the environment is unsuitable, unsafe for a child. Morrison looked at Steele. You need to get Emma out of here, now. And go where? Anywhere but here. Rebecca grabbed her laptop. I know a place. Safe house, domestic violence shelter. They won't tell Sarah where Emma is. That's hiding, Steele said. I'm done hiding. It's protecting her. There's a difference. No, we face this head on. We prove Sarah's the threat, not me. How? Lily demanded. She's got money, power. She's burning evidence. What do we have? Steele looked at Emma. We have the truth. Truth doesn't win custody cases, Rebecca said. Evidence does, and ours is literally on fire. Emma tugged Steele's sleeve. The notebook. Mama's notebook. We still have that. One journal against Sarah's lawyers? That's not enough. What if there's more? Emma's eyes were bright. Mama said she gave copies to someone safe, someone who would keep them even if Sarah tried to destroy them. Who? Steele asked. I don't know. Mama wouldn't tell me. Said it was safer if I didn't know. Rebecca's mind was already working. Who did your mother trust? Friends? Coworkers? Mama didn't have many friends. She was always moving, always hiding. Emma thought hard. There was one person, Father Miguel. Mama talked to him sometimes at church. Church? Steele's jaw tightened. I don't do churches. You do now, Rebecca said. If he has copies of that journal, it changes everything. 20 minutes later, they stood outside St. Anthony's. Small building, peeling paint, cross over the door slightly crooked. Steele hadn't been inside a church since Lily's christening, 25 years ago. Different life, different man. Emma took his hand. It's okay. God's not scary. Wasn't worried about God, baby. More worried about what he thinks of me. Mama said God likes broken things, says they remind him to be gentle. Steele's chest tightened. Your mama was something else. They went inside. Father Miguel was arranging flowers near the altar. Older man, kind eyes, worn hands. Emma? His face lit up. Child, I heard about your mother. I'm so sorry. Emma ran to him, hugged him. She said you'd help me if something happened. Of course. Anything you need. Do you have her notebook? The one she gave you? Father Miguel's expression shifted. How did you? She told me. Said if things got bad, I should ask you. The priest looked at Steele, sized him up. And you are? The guy trying to keep Emma safe from her aunt. Dr. Chen, yes. Your mother spoke of her. Father Miguel's voice went cold. Not fondly. She gave you copies of her journal? Rebecca asked. 3 months ago. Said if anything happens to her, I was to give them to authorities. He paused. Is it time? It's past time, Steele said. Father Miguel disappeared into the back office, returned with a manila envelope. Thick, heavy. She documented everything, he said. Years of abuse, threats. I told her to go to the police, but she said they wouldn't believe her. Said Sarah was too powerful. Rebecca opened the envelope, started reading. Her face went white. Oh my God, she whispered. This isn't just threats. Sarah tried to kill her, multiple times. Steele's blood froze. What? Car tampering, 3 years ago. Emma's mother survived, but the police ruled it mechanical failure. Rebecca kept reading. Poisoning attempt, 2 years ago. Again ruled as food poisoning. And the car accident? Steele demanded. The one that killed her? Rebecca's hands shook. She predicted it. Last entry says, Sarah knows where we live. She's getting desperate. If I die in an accident, it's not an accident. Emma had gone very quiet, very still. Aunt Sarah killed Mama? We don't know that for sure, honey, Father Miguel said gently. Yes, we do. Emma's voice was flat, dead. The brakes didn't work. Mama tried to stop, but couldn't. She told me to hold on tight, and then we crashed. She looked at Steele. Aunt Sarah murdered her. And now she wants me so nobody can tell. The pieces clicked into place. Sarah didn't want Emma out of love. She wanted her silent. We need to give this to the police, Rebecca said. Now. Will they believe it? Lily asked. Or will Sarah's lawyers explain it away? There's forensic evidence. If we can get the car examined properly. Sarah probably already destroyed it, Steele said. She's thorough. Not thorough enough. Morrison's voice came from the doorway. He'd followed them. I had the car transferred to state impound this morning. Something felt off about the accident. Wanted it preserved. Rebecca stared. You did what? My job. Protecting potential evidence. Morrison looked at Steele. Didn't trust Sarah. Turns out I was right. Can we access it? Rebecca demanded. Need a warrant, but with this journal, Judge will approve it. Rebecca was already on her phone. Judge Brennan, it's Rebecca Torres. I need an emergency hearing. We have evidence Sarah Chen committed murder. She left to take the call. Steele sat in a church pew, Emma beside him, trying to process everything. She killed your mama, he said quietly. I'm so sorry, baby. I know. I think I always knew. Emma's voice was hollow. Mama said some people are broken in ways you can't fix. Said the best you can do is survive them. You're going to do more than survive. You're going to make sure she pays for what she did. How? By being brave. By telling the truth. By not letting her scare you into silence. Emma looked at him. Are you scared? Terrified. Me too. She leaned against him. But we're doing it anyway. Yeah, baby. We are. Rebecca returned, face flushed. Hearing is in 2 hours. Judge is calling in forensics experts to examine the car. If they find evidence of tampering... Sarah's going to jail, Steele finished. Hopefully. But she'll fight. She's got resources. And we've got the truth. Truth isn't always enough. Then we make it enough. 2 hours later, they were back in court. Sarah sat with her lawyers, composed, confident. But Steele saw cracks in the mask, saw her hands shake when they wheeled in photos of her sister's wrecked car. The forensic expert testified first. Brake lines were severed. Clean cuts, not wear and tear. Someone deliberately disabled the vehicle's stopping mechanism. Sarah's lawyer objected. Could have been damaged in the crash. No. The cuts were made before impact. The metal shearing pattern proves it. Judge Brennan leaned forward. Are you saying this was sabotage? Yes, Your Honor. Someone wanted this car to crash. And who had access to the vehicle? The expert consulted his notes. According to the victim's journal and witness statements, Dr. Sarah Chen visited her sister's home the night before the accident, was seen near the garage. Sarah shot to her feet. That's circumstantial. You can't prove— Sit down, Dr. Chen, Judge Brennan snapped. Or I'll hold you in contempt. Rebecca stood. Your Honor, we have more. Security footage from the victim's neighbor showing Dr. Chen entering the garage at 11 p.m. the night before the crash. She played the video. Grainy, but clear enough. Sarah checking over her shoulder, slipping into the garage, emerging 15 minutes later. Sarah's face went white. I wanted to leave a note. In the garage? Judge Brennan's voice was ice. What kind of note requires 15 minutes in a garage at midnight? I was looking for something, a family heirloom. You were sabotaging your sister's car. The judge's face was stone. Bailiff, take Dr. Chen into custody. Murder charges. No! Sarah lunged forward. You can't! She deserved it! Always the favorite, always the one everyone loved. She took everything from me. The mask was gone. Pure rage poured out. Years of jealousy, hatred, madness. She had a child, and I couldn't. She was happy, and I wasn't. She had to pay. The courtroom erupted. Sarah's lawyers tried to quiet her, but she wouldn't stop. And Emma's just like her. But I can fix that. I can break her, make her perfect, make her mine. Morrison and another officer grabbed her. Sarah fought, screaming obscenities, threats, promises of what she'd do to Emma when she got free. Emma buried her face in Steele's chest. He held her tight, shielding her from the sight of her aunt's complete breakdown. Judge Brennan's gavel cracked. "Order! Dr. Chen, you are remanded to county jail pending psychiatric evaluation and murder trial. Emergency custody of Emma Chen is hereby terminated." Sarah's screams echoed as they dragged her away. "She's mine! Emma's mine! You can't take her from me!" The doors closed. Silence fell. Judge Brennan looked at Steele. "Mr. Morrison, approach." Steele stood, Emma clinging to his hand. "Your Honor." "I've reviewed your case, reviewed the evidence, reviewed Emma's statements." The judge's expression softened. "I've also watched how you've fought for this child, how you've protected her, put her needs above your own." Steele's heart hammered. "I just did what anyone— No, not anyone. Most people would have driven past, would have let the system handle it. You stopped. You stayed. You fought." Judge Brennan looked at Emma. "And this young lady clearly trusts you, loves you, feels safe with you." Emma nodded. "He's my angel." "Then it's settled." The judge signed papers. "I'm granting you temporary custody pending completion of background checks and home studies. If all goes well, we'll revisit permanent adoption in 6 months." Steele couldn't breathe, couldn't speak, just stood there while the world tilted. "Mr. Morrison?" Judge Brennan prompted. "Do you accept?" Yes. Yes, Your Honor." "Good. Don't make me regret this." "I won't. I swear I won't." Outside the courtroom, Emma threw her arms around Steele's neck. "We did it! We won!" "Yeah, baby, we won." Lily was crying, happy tears this time. "I'm so proud of you, Dad." Rebecca shook Steele's hand. "You did good. Real good." Morrison clapped him on the shoulder. "Told you. Good man pretending to be bad." Wrench stood apart, arms crossed, but Steele saw the hint of a smile. "Don't screw this up, brother." "I won't." They walked out into sunshine. Emma held Steele's hand on one side, Lily's on the other. For the first time in 15 years, Steele felt like he had a family. His phone buzzed. Text from the prison. "Sarah Chen requests to speak with you." Steele deleted it. Whatever she wanted to say, he didn't need to hear. Emma looked up at him. "What happens now?" "Now?" Steele smiled. "Now we go home. Start figuring out what normal looks like." "I don't know what normal is." "Neither do I, baby, but we'll figure it out together." Emma considered this. "Can Lily come? And Officer Morrison? And Miss Rebecca?" "Anyone you want." "Even Wrench? He's scary, but he's nice." Steele laughed. Actually laughed. "Yeah, even Wrench." They piled into Morrison's truck, drove back to the trailer. It wasn't much, wasn't fancy, but it was theirs. Emma ran inside, already planning where her toys would go, which wall would have drawings, where Mr. Hoppy would sleep. Lily caught Steele's arm. "You really did it, Dad. You saved her." "We saved her. All of us." "But you started it. You stopped when nobody else would." Steele looked through the window at Emma, chattering excitedly about her new room. Thought about the scared little girl on the roadside 3 days ago. 3 days. His whole life had changed in 3 days. "I didn't save her," he said quietly. "She saved me." Lily hugged him. "Maybe you saved each other." "Yeah, maybe we did." Night fell. Emma curled up in Steele's bed, rabbit clutched tight, finally sleeping peacefully. Steele sat in his chair watching her breathe. Thought about Sarah, locked up.
About justice finally catching up to evil.
About broken people and second chances. His phone buzzed. Text from a number he didn't recognize. "This is Lily's mother. Heard you got custody of a little girl. Heard you're actually trying to be a father this time. Don't screw it up like you screwed up with our daughter." Steele stared at the message. All the old shame came rushing back. All the failures. All the ways he'd let Lily down. But then Emma stirred, whispered in her sleep. "Don't cry. Look at me." Steele looked at her, saw hope, saw trust, saw a future that might actually be worth living. He texted back, "I won't. This time, I won't." And he meant it. The first week was harder than Steele expected. Emma woke up screaming every night, convinced Sarah had come back. Steele would hold her in the darkness, whispering the same words over and over. "I'm here. You're safe. I'm not leaving." But Emma's eyes stayed wild, unconvinced. Trauma didn't heal just because the monster was locked up. It lingered, haunted, waited. On day 5, Emma stops talking again, just shut down completely. Wouldn't eat, wouldn't play, just sat on the couch, clutching Mr. Hoppy, staring at nothing. Steele called Rebecca in a panic. "What do I do? She won't talk to me, won't even look at me." "Grief," Rebecca said. "She's processing everything. Her mother's death, Sarah's betrayal, the trial. Give her time." "How much time?" "As much as she needs." Steele hung up, looked at Emma's small form on the couch, felt completely helpless. He could fight bikers, fight the system, but he couldn't fight what was happening inside Emma's head. Lily showed up that afternoon with bags of groceries. "You look terrible." "Thanks." "I'm serious, Dad. When's the last time you slept?" Steele couldn't remember. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw Emma's face that first night, saw her mother dying, saw Sarah's twisted smile. "Someone needs to watch her," he said. "And someone needs to take care of you." Lily started unpacking food. "You can't help her if you collapse." "I'm fine." "You're not, and pretending you are doesn't make you strong. It makes you stupid." Steele almost smiled. "You sound like your mother." "Good. Mom was right about a lot of things." Lily paused. "She called me, you know. Said she heard about Emma." Steele's chest tightened. "What did she say?" "That she hopes you don't screw this up." Lily's voice went soft. "And that she's sorry. For keeping me from you. For making me think you didn't care. She was protecting you." "From what? You were never violent, never dangerous. You were just..." Lily struggled for words. "Lost. And she punished you for it instead of helping you." "I didn't deserve help." "Everyone deserves help, Dad." Lily looked at Emma. "Even scared little girls who won't talk. Even broken bikers trying to be fathers. Everyone." That night, Steele tried making dinner. Burned the pasta. Set off the smoke alarm. Emma didn't even flinch at the noise. He sat beside her on the couch. "I'm not very good at this, am I?" Emma didn't respond. "Your mama would have known what to do. She was probably a great cook. Great at everything." Steele's voice cracked. "And I'm just a guy who can barely boil water." Emma's hand moved slightly, touched his. "But I'm trying," Steele continued. "I know that doesn't fix anything. Doesn't bring your mama back. Doesn't make the scared feelings go away. But I'm here. And I'm not giving up on you. Even when you give up on yourself." Emma's fingers wrapped around his, small, fragile, trusting. "I miss her," Emma whispered. First words in 5 days. Steele's throat closed. I know, baby. Does missing someone ever stop hurting? No. But it hurts different. Less sharp. More like an ache you learn to carry. How long does that take? Long time. Maybe forever. I still miss people I lost 20 years ago. Emma was quiet. Then, do you miss your daughter? The one before me? Steele's heart cracked. You're not replacing her. You know that, right? You're not some substitute for what I lost. Then what am I? You're Emma. You're the kid who was brave enough to survive, smart enough to leave clues, strong enough to keep fighting even when everything was falling apart. Steele squeezed her hand gently. You're exactly who you're supposed to be. Emma leaned against him. I'm scared all the time. Me too. Really? Terrified. Scared I'll mess up. Scared I'll say the wrong thing. Scared you'll wake up one day and realize you deserve better than a guy living in a trailer with no idea what he's doing. But you stopped anyway, even though you were scared. Yeah. Why? Steele thought about his answer. Because some things are worth being scared for. The next morning, Steele got a call from Emma's school. She was enrolled but needed to start attending. Tomorrow. She's not ready, Steele told the principal. She needs routine, structure, other children her age. She needs time to heal. Mr. Morrison, I understand this is difficult, but keeping her isolated isn't helping. She needs normalcy. Steele hung up, looked at Emma. You ready for school? Emma shook her head. Me neither. But we're doing it anyway. The first day was a disaster. Emma had a panic attack in the cafeteria. Too many people, too much noise. Steele got called to pick her up after 2 hours. She cried the whole drive home. I can't do it. I can't be around people. They're all going to hurt me like Aunt Sarah. No, they're not. You don't know that. You're right. I don't. But hiding from the world because of what Sarah did? That means she wins. She wanted to break you. You gonna let her? Emma was quiet. Then, no. Then we try again tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that, until it gets easier. What if it never gets easier? Then we'll deal with that when it happens. 2 weeks in, Emma made her first friend, a girl named Sophie who sat with her at lunch. Didn't ask questions, just shared her cookies and drew pictures. Emma came home actually smiling. Sophie says I'm good at art. Yeah? What did you draw? Emma pulled out a picture. Steele's heart stopped. It was him and Emma, holding hands. Above them, a woman with Emma's eyes. Her mother, watching over them. She's still here, Emma said. Mama, I can't see her, but I feel her. Is that weird? No, baby. That's love. Love doesn't die just because people do. Do you feel people you lost? Steele thought about his own mother, about friends who'd died. Yeah, sometimes. Does it help? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it makes it worse. But mostly it reminds me that people leave marks, that they mattered, that forgetting them would be worse than missing them. Emma hugged the picture. I don't want to forget, Mama. You won't. I promise you won't. That night, Steele's phone rang. Unknown number. He almost didn't answer. Mr. Morrison? This is Catherine Chen, Sarah's mother. Steele's blood went cold. How did you get this number? From the court records. I need to speak with you about Emma. No. Whatever you want, the answer is no. Please, just
hear me out. I know what my daughter did. I know she killed my other daughter. I know she's...
Catherine's voice broke.
I know she's a monster. And I helped create her.
Steele said nothing.
I'm not calling to take Emma, Catherine continued. I'm calling to help, if you'll let me.
Why would you help?
Because Emma is all I have left of my daughter who's gone. And because I failed her mother, I won't fail Emma too.
Steele's grip on the phone tightened. What do you want?
To meet her. To tell her I'm sorry. To help financially if you need it. I have resources, money, connections, whatever Emma needs.
She doesn't need money. She needs safety. I know. That's why I'm asking permission instead of filing for custody. I could, you know. I'm blood family. But I won't. Because Emma deserves stability. And you're giving her that. Steele looked at Emma, curled up on the couch with a book Lily had brought. She's doing better, starting to heal. I don't want to disrupt that. I understand. But she should know she has family who loved her mother, who love her, who aren't like Sarah. I'll think about it. That's all I ask. Thank you, Mr. Morrison. She hung up. Steele told Rebecca about the call. It could be a trap, Rebecca said. Sarah's mother could be unstable too. Or she could be genuine. Are you willing to risk Emma's progress to find out? Steele thought about it. I don't know. He asked Emma that night. Your grandma called, your mama's mom. She wants to meet you. Emma's face went white. Is she like Aunt Sarah? I don't know. Do I have to see her? No. Never have to do anything you don't want to. Emma was quiet for a long time. What if she hates me? Aunt Sarah said Grandma always liked her better. That's why Mama moved away. Then Grandma lost out on knowing an amazing kid. Her loss. But what if... Emma's voice was small. What if she tells me things about Mama? Things I don't know. I barely remember her voice anymore. What if Grandma can help me remember? Steele's chest ached. Then maybe it's worth the risk. Catherine Chen came to the trailer 3 days later. She was older than Steele expected, fragile-looking, with Emma's mother's eyes. She stood in the doorway, staring at Emma, tears streaming down her face. You look just like her, Catherine whispered. Just like my baby girl. Emma hid behind Steele. I'm not your baby girl. No, you're not. You're Melissa's baby girl. And I'm... Catherine's voice broke. I'm the grandmother who failed to protect her. Why? Emma asked, small but fierce. Why didn't you stop Aunt Sarah? Catherine's face crumpled. I didn't know. Or I did know, but I didn't want to believe it. Sarah was always troubled, always angry. I thought it was a phase. By the time I understood how dangerous she was, she couldn't finish. Mama's dead because you didn't believe her, Emma said. The words landed like stones. Catherine flinched, but didn't deny it. You're right. I failed your mother. Failed you. Failed everyone. Catherine looked at Steele. But Mr. Morrison didn't fail. He stopped when nobody else would. He fought when I was too weak. And I'm grateful. So grateful you have him. Emma's grip on Steele's hand loosened slightly. Did you love my mama? More than anything. Then why did you let Aunt Sarah hurt her? Because I was weak. I chose peace over protecting my daughter. I'll regret that every day for the rest of my life. Emma processed this. Do you have pictures of Mama when she was little? Catherine's face lit up. Boxes of them, and videos, and stories. Would you like to see them? Emma looked at Steele. He nodded.
Okay, Emma said. But if you're mean like Aunt Sarah, I'll tell Steele and he'll make you leave. I would never, Catherine started. Promises are easy. Mama said watch what people do, not what they say. Then watch me. I'll prove I mean what I say. Over the next month, Catherine visited weekly, brought photo albums, told stories about Emma's mother as a child. Slowly, Emma started to warm to her. But progress was slow. Emma still had nightmares, still panicked in crowds, still went quiet when things got overwhelming. Steele was in the garage one afternoon trying to fix Emma's broken bike when Wrench showed up. "Heard you're struggling," Wrench said. "Who told you that?" "Nobody had to. I've known you 20 years. You get that look when things are too hard." Steele threw down the wrench. "I don't know what I'm doing. Every day it's something new."
She won't eat vegetables, won't sleep in her own room, cries when I leave the house even for 5 minutes. Sounds like a normal traumatized kid. I can't fix her, Wrench. I can barely fix a bike. She doesn't need fixing. She needs time. How much time? It's been 2 months. Shouldn't she be getting better? Wrench sat on a crate. You remember Marcus from the club? Steele nodded. Marcus had been their brother, PTSD from the war, hung himself 10 years ago. Marcus needed help, Wrench continued. Real help. Therapy, medication, support. But he was too proud to ask, thought admitting he was struggling made him weak. Wrench met Steele's eyes. Don't be Marcus. Get Emma real help. Therapy. Whatever she needs. I don't know how. Then learn. Ask Rebecca. Ask that teacher daughter of yours. Ask anyone. But don't just wing it and hope things get better. That's how kids fall through cracks. Steele knew Wrench was right. Called Rebecca that night. Emma needs therapy, he said. Help me find someone. Rebecca connected him with Dr. Lisa Park, a child trauma specialist. Emma resisted at first. I don't want to talk to strangers. Dr. Park isn't a stranger. She's someone who helps kids who've been through scary things. I don't need help. Everyone needs help sometimes, baby. Even me. You go to therapy? Steele hesitated. Maybe I should. Then we'll go together. Dr. Park was patient, kind, didn't push Emma to talk before she was ready. By the 3rd session, Emma was opening up. By the 6th, she was actually smiling sometimes. Steele started his own therapy, worked through his guilt about Lily, about his failures, about his fear of messing up with Emma. Lily came to family sessions. They talked about the past, about missed years, about forgiveness. I don't blame you anymore, Lily said during one session. I did for a long time, but I understand now. You are fighting a system designed to keep us apart. I should have fought harder. Maybe, but you're fighting now. For Emma. That shows me who you really are. 3 months after the trial, Emma had her first full week without nightmares. Came downstairs beaming. I slept all night. No bad dreams. Steele hugged her. That's amazing, baby. Dr. Park says I'm making progress. You are. I'm so proud of you. Emma pulled back, looked at him seriously. Can I ask you something? Anything. Do you wish I was Lily, your real daughter? Steele's heart broke. Emma, you are my real daughter. Blood doesn't make family. Love does. Choice does. And I choose you every single day. Even when I'm difficult? Especially when you're difficult. That's when you need me most. Emma's eyes filled. I love you. 3 simple words. But Steele felt them in his bones, felt years of emptiness fill with something warm, something real. I love you too, baby girl. The adoption hearing was scheduled for 6 months after Steele got emergency custody. The courtroom was packed. Lily, Catherine, Rebecca, Morrison, Wrench, Dr. Park. Everyone who'd helped them along the way. Judge Brennan smiled when they entered. Mr. Morrison, Emma, good to see you both. Your Honor, Steele said, I've reviewed all reports, home studies, therapy notes, school records, background checks. The judge looked at Emma. And I have one question for you, young lady. Do you want Mr. Morrison to be your legal father? Emma stood. Yes. Why?
Because he stopped when nobody else did. Because he keeps promises. Because he's not perfect, but he tries really hard. Because he makes me feel safe.
Emma's voice was clear, strong.
And because he loves me. Not because he has to. Because he wants to.
Judge Brennan's eyes misted. That's a very good answer. She signed the papers. Emma Chen, you are hereby adopted by Steele Morrison. Congratulations to you both. The courtroom erupted in applause. Emma jumped into Steele's arms, crying happy tears.
I'm yours, she said. Really yours.
You were always mine, Steele whispered, from the moment I stopped that bike. Outside, everyone celebrated. Catherine gave Emma a locket with her mother's picture inside.
Your mama would be so proud of you, Catherine said. She sent Steele to find me, Emma said. I know she did.
Lily hugged Steele.
You did it, Dad. You actually did it.
We did it. All of us. Morrison shook his hand. Told you. Good man pretending to be bad. Wrench clapped his shoulder. Don't screw it up now. I won't. That night, back at the trailer, Emma curled up beside Steele on the couch.
Tell me the story again, she said.
Which story?
The one about how we met.
Steele smiled. He'd told this story a dozen times, and Emma never got tired of it. I was riding my bike down a dark road, rain coming down so hard I could barely see. And then I heard it, crying, so I stopped. Even though you were scared? Even though I was scared. And there you were, smallest thing I'd ever seen, holding a picture and a stuffed rabbit. Mr. Hoppy. Mr. Hoppy. And you looked at me like I was the angel your mama told you about.
You were an angel. You are an angel.
I'm just a guy who stopped when he should have.
No.
Emma sat up, looked at him seriously.
You're the guy who stopped when everyone else drove by, who fought when it was hard, who loved me when I was broken.
Steele's throat closed. You were never broken. Just hurt. There's a difference.
Am I still hurt?
A little. But you're healing. We both are. Emma leaned against him.
Mama said love heals everything. Is that true?
Steele thought about it. Love doesn't erase the hurt, but it makes carrying it easier.
Good,
Emma yawned.
Because I have a lot to carry.
Then it's a good thing you don't have to carry it alone. Emma fell asleep against his chest, safe and warm and home. Steele looked at the picture on his wall. Lily at 8. Smiled because now there'd be a new picture. Emma at 6, the day she became his daughter. His phone buzzed. Text from the prison. Sarah Chen requests to speak with Emma. Will you allow visitation? Steele deleted it without hesitation. Some doors needed to stay closed. Another text, this one from Lily.
Thank you for being the father I always knew you could be. Love you, Dad.
Steele typed back, "Love you too, baby girl. Both of you." Morning came. Emma woke up smiling.
Can we go to the park today?
Sure, why?
I want to ride the swings. Mama used to push me and I'd go so high I thought I could touch the sky.
Then that's what we'll do. They spent the day at the park. Emma on the swings, laughing, her fear finally starting to fade, Steele pushing her higher and higher, watching her fly.
Don't cry,
Emma called down. Steele wiped his eyes. "I'm not crying." "Yes, you are. I can see you." "Happy tears. They're different." "Mama had those too. Said they meant your heart was too full to hold it all inside."
Your mama was right.
Emma jumped off the swing mid-arc, landed perfectly, threw her arms up in triumph.
Did you see that? Did you see?
I saw. She ran to him, grabbed his hand.
Come on, let's go home.
Home. Such a simple word, but it meant everything. They walked back to the truck, hands swinging between them, the sun setting behind them, casting long shadows that intertwined, inseparable. Steele looked at this little girl who'd changed his entire world in the span of a few months. This fierce, brave, beautiful child who taught him what it really meant to be a father. Emma looked up at him.
What are you thinking about?
How lucky I am.
Me too.
She squeezed his hand.
I'm lucky I was crying on that road. Lucky you stopped. Lucky you're mine now.
I'm the lucky one, baby.
We're both lucky.
Yeah, we are. They got in the truck. Emma buckled herself in, getting better at it every day, growing stronger, braver, more herself.
Steele?
She said as they drove toward home. Yeah?
I'm not scared anymore. Not like before.
No?
No. Because I know now. Angels are real. They come on motorcycles and smell like leather, and keep promises even when it's hard.
Emma smiled.
And they stop when they hear you crying, even when everyone else drives by.
Steele's vision blurred. He pulled over, turned to Emma, pulled her into his arms. "Thank you," he whispered.
For what?
For trusting me. For giving me a second chance at being a dad. For teaching me that broken people can still build something beautiful.
We're not broken,
Emma said firmly.
We're just people who've been through hard things. Dr. Park said that's different.
Dr. Park's right.
I know.
She's usually right. Emma pulled back, looked at Steele with those serious eyes. Are you happy? Steele thought about his answer, about years of loneliness and regret, about highways that went nowhere, about a life that had no meaning until one rainy night when a little girl needed him. Yeah, baby, I'm happy.
Good. Me too.
They drove home as the sun painted the sky in oranges and purples, past the spot where Steele had first found Emma, past the life he used to have, toward the future they were building together. Emma fell asleep in the truck. Mr. Hoppy clutched tight. Steele carried her inside, tucked her into bed, kissed her forehead. Sleep tight, my brave girl, he whispered. He sat in his chair, looking at the photos on the wall. Lily, Emma, Catherine, Morrison, Rebecca, Wrench. All the people who'd helped them when help seemed impossible. His phone buzzed. Text from Emma's school. Emma won the art contest. Her drawing of you will be displayed at the district showcase. Thought you'd want to know. Steele smiled, looked at the drawing Emma had given him weeks ago. Him and Emma and her mother, all connected by invisible threads of love. Some things were worth stopping for, worth fighting for, worth being scared for. Emma had been all three. Steele Morrison, former Hell's Angel, former failure, former man with nothing to live for, looked at his sleeping daughter and understood something he'd never understood before. Redemption wasn't about erasing the past. It was about building something better with the pieces that remained. It was about stopping when it mattered, fighting when it was hard, loving when it felt impossible. He'd stopped that rainy night because a child was crying. He'd stayed because she needed him. He'd fought because she deserved someone who wouldn't give up. And somewhere along the way, this broken little girl had healed his broken heart, had given him purpose, had made him whole. Steele walked to Emma's room one last time, watched her breathe, safe and sound and home. "Don't cry," he whispered, echoing her words. "Look at me." But there was no one to look at except himself in the mirror across the hall. And for the first time in 23 years, Steele Morrison looked at his reflection and didn't see a failure. He saw a father, an angel who'd stopped when it mattered, a man who'd finally learned that broken things could still save each other. Emma stirred in her sleep, smiled, whispered, "Love you, Dad." 2 words that meant everything, that made every struggle worth it, that proved some promises were worth keeping, no matter the cost. Steele closed her door gently, walked back to his chair, and sat in the darkness, finally at peace. Because he'd stopped, and that simple choice had changed 2 lives forever.